Hello, Anna G. Yen, how you two doing? Good to see you here. If you're still there, uh, I know it's Sunday morning. You guys are busy getting your families ready or are getting ready to go to church yourselves. Fixing breakfast. It's only 8 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning, or actually about a minute or so till. A couple more weeks, I'll be 11 hours behind you instead of just 13 hours behind you instead of just 12. We'll be changing our clocks here in the States. I will continue to do my live stream at 8 o'clock your guys' time in the morning on Sundays. I'll change the time that we're doing it here in the States. Hey, Jerry, let me get the invite up in case you want to come. And appreciate you showing up, buddy. So let me get that put in there. The heck? Don't know what happened there. There we go. So if anybody wants to come up, come on up. I had a lazy day today. I didn't do a whole lot. I only left the apartment to go down, get my mail. I had mail. I knew I did. I didn't go down yesterday and check it. I did do more running yesterday, but I didn't check my mail. So I know between the 2 days I'd have some, which I did. I had a package that was delivered, which I was expecting. So we got that. As you can see, I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt, but I wore jackets. So, excuse me. But it turned out to be a little warmer than I thought when I went down to get my mail. But all right, we got Jerry coming up. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, I can hear you quite well.
Yeah, I'm using my new phone.
Okay.
And so I'm testing it's still so I'm so used to Samsung. Now I have a different phone.
Okay. I'm not going to buy a new phone for a while. Although I've had this one since, I'm trying to think. I can tell you here in a moment. I've had it for quite some time.
Yeah, mine went in 4 years in August.
Well, and no, I'll just. That's not doing it. Oh, here it is. This is what I want. I've had mine since. I've had this phone since. That's not right. I know I haven't had this one that long. I was saying 2016. That's incorrect.
That's I was gonna say that's a long time.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess I'm not going to be able to figure that out that way. I thought I could, but I can't. I've had this phone though for longer than I've been vlogging. I've been vlogging for over 2 years.
Yeah, I got this one. I got this one with my when I got furloughed. That's when I bought this one and I paid cash for it. Said I don't want to be. I didn't know that's when the pandemic. I said I don't know how long I'm gonna be unemployed. Just might as well just pay it off.
Yeah, well, I paid cash for both the phones. I have 2 phones, and I paid cash for both of them. But I didn't get them at the same time. They're both Samsungs.
Yeah, that's all I've ever. Well, smartphones. That's all I've ever owned until. Well, when I went to the Philippines in 2019, I bought me a Vivo, but it was a cheap $100 phone.
Yeah,
I left it behind. Said I don't need it over here.
yeah.
I left it for the family that I know over there. They could use it
Yeah.
more than I did.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Like you said, it wasn't real expensive. Both these phones were a whole lot more expensive than $100.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, that wouldn't even make a good down payment on one of them.
Yeah. No, I know. But you can buy
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can
Like I
buy them
said,
over there for
these are the most. These
$100.
are the 2 most expensive phones I've ever bought. I've always bought cheaper ones before. I'm going to say they were good phones, but they were nowhere near as expensive as these 2. Uh, but yeah, I started. I had these phones before I started my older one. This one, the big one. This is my big one. I had it before I started vlogging. Now the little one, this one here, I got after I started vlogging because the big one didn't fit some of my equipment, although I no longer use it, but they didn't fit the equipment. So I bought the little one, and I bought it mainly for vlogging. Going out and taking videos, and then not vlogging like this, but to take videos and put up. So I use it. There's certain equipment I use it with still, but there's a lot of times I just handheld it, you know. But my first few vlogs that were done on phone were done on the big one, and then I started getting to some equipment that would work with that one, and then I had some equipment that wouldn't work with it, so I got the little one. But yeah, I had, like I said, I'm up to a little over 1,030. I think it was 31 when I looked last time I looked today. And I've had people ask me when I was going to get monetized. Well, I don't plan on being monetized. Not now anyway. I may later on, but right now I don't want. If I get monetized, then that makes YouTube a second job. And I have too many things I want to get done that I don't need a second job. I do this for fun. I'm not trying to make money out of it. I sponsor some people, but I do that because I want to, not because I'm trying to get bigger or larger. Or like I said, I do it. I do it because I want to. I do it because I can afford to. I can't afford a lot of money, but I can afford a little. So I finally starting to get some bills paid off, and that's a good thing. But I have some things I need to do that I'm going to have to spend money on. And we go back up here. I missed Denz, hello, and Linda, hello. I forgot to say hi to you guys when you came in. And we got Anna G, which is Anna GI, and we got Yin, Aaron Sai, you, and then like I said, Den's vlog. That's Jimmy. Den's Vega came in, and Glenda came in. Glenda Montero, and she's Team Marquette. So we want to welcome them here. I don't know how long we'll be going today. Last week I went quite a ways. After you went down, Jerry, I had some others come up, and Danny from Road to the Philippines finally came up too. And we were on probably about 11:30 last week.
Yeah,
so I was on for about 3.5 hours.
I was fast asleep.
Huh?
I was fast asleep by then.
We got Big Mac Daddy coming up. Hey, Ed, how you doing, boss?
Hey, Larry, how you doing?
All trying to stay out of trouble.
There you go. Me too.
Any update on your trip to the Philippines?
Guess that I still haven't gotten over to get my visa yet, or
Okay.
my passport rather, so I can get my visa when I get there.
Well, yeah, you get your visa on arrival. You're right. You gotta have your passport.
My pickup truck is held me up, and my car's not feeling well, so I'm kind of trying to rush to get the truck done so I have a vehicle to ride around in.
I understand that. How's Eddie doing?
Eddie's doing good. He's in his room right now.
Okay.
The Volvo seems to have a head gasket issue
All right.
developing, but at 265,000 miles, that's kind of expected
Yeah.
and easy
Now,
to
hopefully
fix.
it's not a crash
It's serious. What?
But hopefully it's not a crash. What a friend of mine, an old friend, a guy I used to know that was a mechanic, would always say some were crash motors. In other words, when the head gasket would go out, you would have fluid that would leak into your motor that would cause it, like your coolant and other stuff, that would cause the motor to just go bad.
It's drinking cool and it's not mixing.
Okay. I had one that was a crash motor and I had one that wasn't.
You're thinking of when the timing belt snaps crash mode. That's when
No,
the
no, no,
valves
no,
go
no,
into
no,
the
no, no.
pistons.
Well, like I said, when your head gasket goes out, sometimes there'll be coolant that will leak
they
into the
mix.
head gasket into the engine and
Into
cause
the
the motor
oil.
to go bad.
And it
That's what he
turns to
called a
melt.
crash motor.
Well, no, the crash motor you're thinking of is the
Well, I'm just saying what he called it. He's a mechanic. He lives in Erie, Pennsylvania, and he's the one that told me that what he called it was a crash motor.
yeah, but you're almost right. You got the terminology wrong. They're very common and they're similar. When the timing belt snaps, it's an interference motor, and the valves crash into the pistons and bend.
Well, like
But
I said,
the others just whether
going
the
what he
head
said.
gasket blew or not. Head gaskets don't crash; they just leak.
But you just say it causes the motor to crash. Basically, as far as the motor is concerned, it's done for. It
I've
runs
never
over.
heard it referred to that way.
Well, like I said, I'm not a mechanic. This guy is. He does it for a living. He's a professional mechanic in Erie, Pennsylvania.
We basically build everything here forever.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I've known the guy 20 some years, about almost 30 years.
And ours is a 5-cylinder, so
Yeah. Hey,
it's
Percy,
much
welcome.
easier to repair than a V8.
Well, mine was a four-cylinder and it crashed when that happened. And,
Yeah, but yours is a 4-cylinder opposing.
I don't ask me.
Was it a Subaru motor?
No.
See, mine's an inline 5.
Yeah.
And you just got to take the head off and reset everything and put basically a new rubber band on it.
Yeah.
And put a new head gasket in it. Get it cut flat if you need to.
Well, like I said, I've had hello, Kitty. I've had 2 motors. The head gaskets, went bad. One run the motor and one didn't. So.
This one here's just been drinking coolant. They just keep adding a little bit of coolant every week. You'll be all right.
Yeah. But
ours hasn't overheated.
Okay.
But if it overheats, it's an issue.
Girly Cena, hello, welcome. But like I said, I had one that overheated, but all I had to do for that one was loosen the radiator cap, and that stopped overheating. Hey, Crystal.
Yeah, we could loosen our radiator cap, but it's still going to drink coolant because of the head gasket.
This one, I don't think it wasn't drinking the coolant. It was just for some reason overheating. And
sure. See, what happens is it depends on where on the head gasket it opens up.
Yeah.
If it opens up between the cylinder and the water jacket, it'll drink coolant. If it opens up between the water jacket and the oil jacket, it'll make milkshakes.
Well, like I said, this one, I got rid of it, and another guy he took it from me. He was would take junk cars and crush them and stuff.
Sure.
He said he loosened up the gas, and his daughter drove it for quite a while. After that, he said that's all I had to do was loosen the gas, the radiator cap. I've also had to replace radiators before, but
I need a couple other things done. We're going to pull the motor, and there's a bolt that snapped on the turbo we got to fix. There's a front end alignment kit, a new rack in it. And the truck I just got all redone. I put brakes and suspension work and new glow plugs. And
just let you guys know, Crystal just said hello to everybody.
Yes, hello everybody in the room.
Yep, just doing and all.
But
Yeah,
I should
go ahead, Jerry.
No, I was gonna tell Ed this. Say Ed and me, we can't see the conversation.
Well, that's why I said that.
Yeah.
I know you guys can't see it.
I should be off to the Philippines. I expect by February.
Yeah.
I have some funding coming in the day after the election.
Yeah.
So I'll be in good shape and I can take care of everything then.
Well, I got a couple bills finally. I got straightened out enough that next month my money will start being used for other things. But I have some dental work I got to get done. I've been putting it off for a couple of years. So that's the next big project out of my paychecks, and then after that, start saving money for the Philippines. But I thought about putting it on my,
You got dental insurance?
Yeah, but it won't cover everything. It'll cover just a little bit of it. And when I first had it, the insurance I had back at that time wouldn't cover any of it because I had to go out of, what do they call it when you
network?
Yeah, I had to go out of the network, so they wouldn't cover any of it.
You know, you're better off going to the Philippines to get your dental work done. It's like 1/3 the price.
Yeah, but see, like I said though, I can't afford to go to the Philippines till my mom passes. I don't want to wait that long.
I would just go for a week and get your dental work done. It's so much cheaper.
Not when you count the price of going over there and coming back.
Oh, sure. It's still cheap.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I might as well get it if I'm going to spend all that money to go over there just to get dental work done, and I'm not staying. I'm staying for a week, then I'm coming right back. I might as well just go ahead and get it done here because it saves me that money and that vacation in case I need to go home. Like I said, with my mom being 98, she'll be 99 in January. I really don't, want to be that far away.
Sure.
Because I don't know how much longer she's going to last. I mean, she may last to be over 100. I don't know. She doesn't want it to. She'll tell you she doesn't want to. She don't want to live to be 100. So if it was up to her, she'd probably die tomorrow. But like I told her, it's the good Lord's choice, and she knows. But she doesn't want to see 100. She don't want to live that long. Myself personally, I want to live as long as I'm healthy. But she does have problems, and I understand why. She doesn't want to. She has she has dementia. And it comes and goes. I mean, there's times that she knows everything, and there's times that she won't recognize you. And that happened to me the last time I was home. She had to keep asking me, now, who are you? So either she just couldn't remember which son I was, which my other two brothers are dead, or she couldn't remember me. Now, that's happened with my sisters, or she couldn't remember them. So, and my cousins, I mean, but there's other times that she knows exactly who you are and you have a nice conversation. And so, like I said, it's just not a situation I want to take off and go that far away. And besides, Ed, as you probably know, the farther in advance that you can buy your tickets, the cheaper it's going to be. If you try to buy last minute, unless they're having a sale, which you can catch sales right now, but it's a certain time of year because when the travels, not a lot of people are traveling during certain times of year to the Philippines. You can catch a sale. The other day, it was advertised on one of the, I can't remember. It was on, I want to say it was on my Instagram. Might have been an ad in something else, a program I was reading. but it was showing a round trip to Cebu, a round trip to Manila was, and this is round trip was under $1,000.
I've seen it as low as $595 recently, but
Yeah, I'm gonna say
try and buy those tickets and then want to use them. It's like as soon as I play with it a little bit and change it to just a little bit of what I want, I pop right up into the $1,200 range.
oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, so you got to go when they want you to go.
But I can always hit the $1,200 range,
Yeah,
maybe
that's round
14.
trip. Yeah, but that's round trip. So
Sure.
I don't want to go round trip, but if I was going to go just get the dental work, I'd want to go round trip.
But see, now they just changed everything like to fly out of here again.
Yeah.
Because I can fly out of Johnstown and go to Washington, Dulles, fly out of Altoona and go to North Jersey or Philly. And it's all about the same price anymore. It's getting cheaper to fly out of this end of Pennsylvania because they want to promote Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah. And by the way, Mike, hello. Mike, married to a beautiful woman. Just showed up, guys.
Hey, Mike.
And,
like I can fly from Johnstown to Washington for $79.
yeah, that's not bad. Can you? The ones I've been seeing for the round trip was out of New York City, and they were talking round trip nonstop too. Now those were
Well, that's a little misleading.
No, they're talking because you. Like
It's
I said,
it's round trip, but their version of nonstop, they're stopping somewhere, like to add people or fuel. They're not really letting you off.
No. I've gone nonstop to China, and you go a certain route, and you can do it without stopping anywhere for gas or anything.
No, sure you can do it, but most of them are.
Well, this is supposed to be nonstop, round to Cebu or Manila. And now, if you go with one, if you go with stops, it's even cheaper. But I'm just going by what they were saying. I mean, like I said, right now it's just too far in advance. I don't like. I just renewed my license.
I got to renew my driver's license. My driver's license just went out.
My driver's license is good. I'm talking about my guard card, my guard license. But the license that lets me work and make money. If I don't renew, if I didn't get it renewed, I wasn't going to be working beyond the middle of November. So I mean, it was coming due. And
I still got people driving down my driveway looking for moonshine.
But anyway,
they never go away out here.
Yeah, Mike says from Toronto, Canada to Manila is 16 hours, and they can fly that. That's straight. They can fly that straight.
I'm like, I think when you fly out of Jersey, you're 21 hours.
Yeah, but if you're 21 hours, you're stopping somewhere.
Yeah, but you could be 17 also.
Yeah, 17 might make it nonstop. But like I said, 21, you're not going to make it.
Yeah, I think that's a 2 or 3 hour layover in Incheon.
Yeah, you're going to have a layover.
Which can be nice because then you can get off and get a meal or do what you'd like to do, stretch your legs a bit.
I'd just soon get it over with.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind laying over in Incheon and getting one of those like mini hotel rooms, get a shower, get cleaned up, take a bit of a nap, and go jump on my flight.
No. I just soon get to where I'm going.
Because then I can arrive in the Philippines fresh and start my day.
I'm not going to meet someone, so I don't have to arrive there fresh. All I got to do is arrive there and get to my hotel or my apartment or whatever I have set up. Probably a B&B when I first go. Get to it, and then I can crash out and crash and burn. Take a shower, crash and burn. Get up the next day or later that day refreshed. But I'm there. It's over with. That's the same thing I did when I went to the Philippines. Listen to me, when we went to China. We got there, got to the hotel, crash and burn. And then the next day, hit the ground running. And, if you have layovers, it costs less than if you don't have layovers. But like I said, it depends on how much difference there is in the cost. I would prefer no layovers. I'd be willing to pay a little extra. Now, if it's going to be double, I'll take the layovers.
Well, if they stop anywhere, well, what I was told, even if they tell you it's a 20-minute stop in Incheon, they may bump your flight and it may turn into a 3-hour layover anyhow.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'd rather not have the layover.
It depends on whether they have enough to send the plane on. And if they can see them putting you on the next flight, they'll comp you and give you a 3-hour layover, which is going to turn into your 4-hour layover anyhow.
Well, now, Mike, you be safe. Mike says he's going to the Philippines in February, then to New Zealand. His Aswal, or his wife, is going to school. Now, is she going to school in New Zealand for how long there, Mike? And I got my hair cut yesterday. Now you can see I'm almost bald. I just didn't do a triple out. I just did a one. Triple out takes it right down to the bare skin.
Philly in the Philippines has moved to Surigao Island, and it's been showing a lot of what's going on Surigao Island lately.
Yeah. Well,
what a beautiful paradise.
He goes, yes, 1-year course. All right, that sounds good. And that's the thing I like about following different vloggers. A lot of them are not in the same area. I try to find some that are in different areas, you know. You take Dan, he's in Bye. There's a couple I follow actually in Dumaguete, although one lives more in Valencia area. I used to follow a guy in Cebu, but I'm not following him that much anymore.
Yeah, Bud Brown was in Dumaguete for a while.
Yeah, Bud was there for a long time, but you still got I follow Mike's in retirement. He lives right outside of Dumaguete. He lives in between Dumaguete and Valencia. There's Turquoise Sunrise, which is in Valencia. We just lost Jerry. I hope he's okay. Now, Mike says if you're a surfer, Surigao Island is good. And there's Gio. He's also in Dumaguete, although he used to be in Cebu, and he was also in Davao.
Yeah, I don't want to really surf, but Surigao Island looks like it should be good fishing because of the surfing.
Yeah. Well, for me, as a sailor, I like the ocean. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to live by the ocean. Are we talking about the same Gio? The one Gio I'm talking about is married, and his wife has a daughter. So I don't know if you're talking. I don't know if we're talking about the same Gio. I know he gives advice that I don't always agree with, but I like some of his videos. I used to follow Enrique, but I quit.
Yeah, where is he these days?
I don't know. I quit following Enrique a long time ago.
I know even heard him to live in his mother's basement or something for a while, and then he was back.
Well, yeah, but he did that almost every year. He'd go back and see his mom and stay in her basement. So I mean that because like I said, I followed him for a long time, but his channel went in a direction I really didn't care for. I understand him going that way. He got a new girlfriend, young, and they're getting married, and she became prominent, but him and Gio both used to try to sell especially Enrique. He had the bachelor's course and all that.
Yeah.
You know, oh, if you want to talk to me, and they charge you money to talk to them. It's like, I don't want to deal with people like that.
I didn't need to be signed up for that.
Yeah. But it just, you know, like I said, I'm not against meeting a woman and getting married in the Philippines. That's not what I'm trying to say here. But what I'm saying is that's not why I'm going. All right. That is a byproduct of what will happen when I go. Oh, thank you, Mike. How's Smiley doing? You might remember Smiley from Chris's channel, Chris and Sabu. She used to be on there a lot. She lives in England. But I'm good. Make sure the next time you talk to her, I said hi. And she used to call me Daddy and Mike Mom. Daddy Larry and Mama Mike. Yeah, Racer X. Yeah. I miss him too. He was cool.
Yeah, we never bump into him anymore.
No, I haven't seen Racer X in a long time. But yeah, it just, like I said, there's I want to go because the affordability, it's the money, it's the weather. Like I said, and you got to include the women. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever get married. I've never been married. Yeah, I haven't been to Lady Enchantress channel for a while either. Jerry goes to Lady, at least he used to. Jerry used to go to Lady Enchantress's channel all the time too. Yeah, she was, Jerry. I always liked Smiley. And but yeah, it's those were good days. Like I said, I've seen a lot about Sabu, so I know I'll enjoy it. Like I said, Mike's retirement channel would go over and stay in Sabu for a few months at a time. Dan's gone over there quite a bit. There was Chris in Sabu. Carefree Chris was in Sabu for a while. I quit following him. Got his content wasn't geared towards me. And so, I mean, that's what you got to do. You follow some people, then you either stay with it or back out if their content's not what you want. That's why, like I said, when my channel goes up and down, I understand people check it out. This is interesting. Follow a few more and say, he's not going the way I like. Let's drop out. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, when I started this channel, it was not to get super large. It was not to make money. It was to have fun. I'm still having fun. Like I said, once I retire, I might try to turn it into a part-time job. I don't want another full-time job. And by part-time, I mean I may try to get monetized and put out a little more content. But you got some of these people who put out something every day. And that's not going to happen with me. It's just not going to happen. If it was going to be something every day, it'd have to be a live stream. That's the only thing I would enjoy doing every day. But I don't know how many people would want to talk to me every day. But yeah. So now, have you got any notion there, Ed, of when you're planning on going? Any idea at all?
At what?
When you're planning on going to the Philippines, you have any?
I hope to go by February, sometime in the spring.
Yeah.
Wait probably 90 days or so for my passport to come.
Yeah.
That'll be November, December, January, February, somewhere in there it'll arrive.
Well,
and then I'll look at what's going on, what I can afford, and what I need to do.
You'll probably want to go either before or after, either April or May, somewhere in there, because there'll probably be a lot more people traveling that time.
Yeah, definitely. I'll probably go early spring.
Sopal Lee, I think, did move over there. She was in the States. I think she went to the Philippines, Jerry. I could be wrong. But now Sopal Lee, Sopal is named after the food, and Lee's her son's name. And
I was thinking of moving, but I don't know if I want to move or not.
Yeah. Move where?
Well, I'm in Pennsylvania. I was thinking of moving maybe over into New York somewhere. Like not New York City, but out where you're at, kind of like that area, Western New York.
Yeah, you definitely don't live in New York City.
No.
No.
And you know, I'm hung up. It's like I need to do something, but what do I want to do?
Yeah.
The
Well,
food
now,
business right now is a mess. Restaurants are dropping like flies. And it seems like all the gas stations are coming after pizza.
yeah.
So pizza isn't what it used to be. The supermarkets are all selling it. The gas stations are all selling it.
Yeah.
They're killing the American delight of pizza.
Well, the one thing you want to look at is the opportunity for work, if you're going to be working, and the cost of living. Look at Ohio. Some of Ohio would be cheaper than where you're at, cheaper than New York.
Not really going to be much cheaper than where I'm at.
I'm not saying it'd be cheaper than where you're at, but I'm saying it'd be cheaper than New York.
Oh yeah.
And Indiana, there's areas in Indiana that are cheaper, like Evansville or even Fort Wayne, which is a good sized city, is cheaper than anywhere in New York that I can think of. Hell, my hometown, but I wouldn't advise going to my hometown. It's a dump. I mean, I like it, but it's where I'm from. I wouldn't advise other people to go there.
I mean, I wish I could like do what everybody else wants to do, move to Florida, but that's just a mess.
Yeah. Well, it depends on where you go to Florida.
Anywhere is a mess.
Yeah. But well,
I mean, who thought that Tennessee and all that we could just get wiped out with hurricanes?
Yeah. Well, like I said, now there was
and the Carolinas for that matter.
There was a thing on I forget what they call it. One of my it's a Microsoft start page. It's it comes up when I hit a plus sign. It'll come up. Well, one of the articles they had there was they had 35 cities in the U.S. that you can live in for under $1,500. Now, a bunch of them I wouldn't live in, only because it's not my style. Like Casper, Wyoming, Des Moines, Iowa.
That's all far west.
Huh?
It's all too far west for me. I don't want to deal with that winter.
That's what I'm saying. And then there was like Akron, Ohio. There was another place in Ohio.
I moved here because of climate change and everything. I know that living where I live in Western Pennsylvania, or even where you live in New York, we could get hit with some hurricane stuff. We'll never get hit with massive hurricanes.
No.
And
that's the same thing about Ohio and Indiana. But in Indiana, you have probably a better chance for tornadoes than you do in Pennsylvania.
You're pretty well protected in Pennsylvania, believe it or not, and New York, because of the Great Lakes control our weather a little bit.
Like I said, if you go up around Chicago, you got Lake Michigan. But there again, that's not an area like Fort Wayne. Now, Fort Wayne is up in the northeast corner of Indiana, up by Ohio.
Too far west.
Like I said, you're just right outside of it, Ohio. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying
it's a city of about 500,000 people or so.
I'm even too far west where I'm here.
Like I said, according to the article, you can live there for less than $1,500 a month, including your rent and everything.
I got a problem buying food where I'm at.
Yeah, but
I can't get any of the East Coast I-95 corridor fare out here.
Yeah.
I can't buy bagels. I can't buy crabs. It's hard to get a corned beef sandwich.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
See, that wouldn't be brutal to me. That wouldn't bother me a bit.
Well, see,
I'm just saying. I mean, there's difference in taste. Those kind of foods don't interest me.
I like a good slice of rye bread. I can't even buy rye bread. I can't buy bagels.
Oh, you can buy rye bread where I'm from.
You can buy rye bread, but I can't get the good stuff.
I don't know what you mean by the good stuff. You can get it freshly
in
baked.
Philly. When you buy a loaf of rye, it comes with a kosher stamp which looks like a big postage stamp on the bottom of it.
I couldn't tell
And
you.
it's
I've
just the
never.
best rye bread in the world.
See, I don't care for rye bread, but I can eat it. Although I do like it better than some other bread. But I like multi-grain breads myself.
I can't even get a good stick of Italian bread out here. They just don't know what it is. See, in Philly, we never put the rolls in a plastic bag. Bread can only go in a paper bag because it's got to have that crispy crust. As soon as you put a piece of bread in a plastic bag, it dies. People don't know that a piece of bread's a living article. It's,
Yeah.
It's got fungus that keeps it going and gives it that crust and everything. And as soon as you put it in a plastic bag, it just becomes a sponge.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's best being in a paper bag. Mike says he likes rye bread for smoked meat sandwiches.
I like a Reuben,
Well, you get a patty melt on rye, pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Now you're with the fried onions and the cheddar cheese. Oh, God.
You can keep the fried onions off. I mean, you can have it. If it's on there, it's fine. I'll eat it. But I don't usually order it without it. I don't eat onions a whole lot.
I like fried onions. I want the lettuce.
Well, I'll caramelize them, but I like a blooming onion too. But I just normally I don't care for onions on my sandwiches. I can't tell you why. It's just the way it is. It's like outside of a BLT, I don't care for lettuce on my sandwiches either. And I love a salad.
I can't get an item called pork roll where I live.
I don't know what a pork roll is, so I couldn't tell you.
Pork roll is a Hessian breakfast sausage. All the way back to the Revolutionary War.
Okay.
And it comes in a cloth bag and it's smoked. And it's got some nitrate in it. In Jersey, they call it Taylor ham.
Never heard of it.
And it's made in Trenton. Like 3 or 4 brands only made and sold in Trenton. It's almost like the Scrapple thing, but a smaller thing. And it's delicious. Oh, God. But leave Bucks County or New Jersey, you can't find it.
Mike said he had a hot hamburger and fries for supper. Well, I cheated. I had a stromboli.
And that's the cool thing about pork roll.
I take that back. It was a calzone. I had the calzone.
You can have a pork roll sandwich for breakfast with like eggs. You can have it with pork roll and cheese for lunch or dinner. It's really good.
I'm thinking about someday this week. It'll probably be for supper, unless I do it on one of my days off. Then I'll probably have it for lunch. I haven't made myself French toast in a very long time. I think I'm going to make some French toast.
I can't even find seafood here.
Like I said, doesn't bother me a bit.
I can find you can find some frozen shrimp and stuff, but I can't find all the ethnic stores aren't here. I don't have a Korean store, a Japanese or Chinese store.
Well, that's
I don't have Mexican. I don't have halal.
You live in a small place.
I don't have kosher.
I mean, I got a French street food restaurant that's just opened up a couple of weeks ago. Baked, Mike. It was baked, and I have all kinds of Chinese and Italian and Greek and.
Are they restaurants or are they stores?
Restaurants.
I'm talking stores. Grocery stores.
I have grocery stores that are Asian grocery stores, all kinds of them around me.
Yeah, I like H Mart. Can't get that at where I'm at.
No, I don't have an H Mart, but I have a Asian food market. I have a Lee market, which is Korean.
And I like a place called Real Bravo.
Never had that. Never heard.
They are Spanish and Cuban from South Florida.
Like I said, I've heard of the H Mart, but not the other one. I've been to an H Mart down in Long Island.
H Mart's pretty cool.
Yeah. And there was a Filipino grocery store down there as well, and I got the Luchon. I got a pound of Luchon there, and man, it was good. And the Asian supermarket has a lot of different types of Asian food, but they do have Filipino food. But they don't carry Luchon or anything like that. But
I could take you to an Asian.
They do have Pandasol and stuff like that.
I could take you to an Asian supermarket the size of a Walmart in Philly, called the River. They have everything.
Yeah. Well, the larger cities do have much better.
I can get you a live fluke swimming in the fish tank.
Yeah.
For dinner.
Yeah.
Or a live king crab. They have them right there to like hand out and sell you.
When I was in Rochester, I could go to. There was a couple restaurants there that I'm not restaurants, grocery stores there that have live fish tanks. And you go in and pick out what you want. And they also had bakeries in the place. Now they weren't as large as Walmart, but they were larger than a lot of the Asian markets that I'm around.
The place I was in Philly had 3 or 4 aisles of dried fish. That's how much dried fish they had. And I'm not a dried fish fan. I run from it. But they just had everything. Never seen anything like it.
Yeah. Now, Mike, when I was talking about the calzone, Mike says in Sardana, they have a puffo like a calzone, but different dough, more like a pastry, and it's deep fried. So delicious.
We call that a panzerotti. Like a deep fried pizza.
Now, just to let you know, Ed, that Jerry says down here where he's at, tacos are more popular than any sandwich. Of course, he's in South Texas, so what do you expect?
Where's he at? Oh, South
Jerry
Texas.
lives in South Texas.
Sure. Well, tacos can be really good too.
Oh yeah. If you ever watch any of his videos, when he shows show getting a taco, and they're bigger than his damn hand.
Well, they make the taco lingua, which is beef tongue.
Yeah.
Which they split the tongue and peel it. There's this piece of meat in there that makes incredible beef sandwiches.
Jerry's had lung. He eats lung. He eats eyeballs. He eats.
No,
liver.
thank you.
Look, you watch Jerry's videos and you'll find out. Now he does a lot of walking around videos too, like at parks and stuff.
I like fish tacos if you've had them.
I'm pretty sure Jerry's had it. Jerry's eating balut, buddy.
No, thank you.
Jerry's damn near anything.
I'll eat nice grouper fish tacos though, or redfish.
But I'm going to be honest with you. There's not enough alcohol in the world, let alone the Philippines, to get me to eat balut.
No.
That's just not going to happen, boys and girls. Just not going to happen. A lot of it is, I'll be honest with you, a lot of it is just the ideal of it.
Well, I don't eat stuff that smells.
Now, Mike asked Jerry, tacos there are hard or soft, and Jerry says soft. Hard tacos are not true Mexican.
No, they're Tex-Mex because you got to fry the mesa.
I like the soft tacos myself.
Yeah, they're not quite as big as what we'll see either. They're about 8 inches, opposed to being about 12-inch.
Well, the soft tacos I've had some that would cover the whole damn plate.
That's a burrito wrap.
It was a taco, buddy.
Well, they made it as a taco, but to be that big, that's a burrito wrap. That's not a taco shell.
No, it's not shell. The shell is. But I usually get a burrito, but I do like tacos too. But the best burritos around here. Oh, there's I can't think of the name of the place. There's a Mexican-run restaurant. No, it's not cheap.
You thinking of Chipotle?
Oh no, I don't like Chipotle's. No, I'd rather go to Moe's than Chipotle. But no, this is a regular sit down restaurant. You don't walk through a line and pick. You sit down. They give you a menu. You pick out what you want. They cook it and bring it to your table. And a regular family style restaurant.
There's a chain in South Florida that
Well,
does.
this is not a chain. This is not a chain. This is a family.
Well, this chain's not that big, but there's a chain in South Florida that does Spanish food or Colombian food. It's called what is it? Polo Tropical.
Okay.
And they do like chicken and beans and rice and oh god, is it so good?
Yeah. Well, whenever I go back home, my cousin and I used to be my cousin, my friend Dave Tarbin. Dave's passed away. He passed away a couple of weeks before I went home this year. And but the three of us, we used to get together and go to a Mexican restaurant. And now my cousin George and I still go when I go home. But yeah, my friend Dave, he was in the hospital. And it seemed like everything was going good, and he got out, and a week or two later, he died. And so I don't. And he was younger than I am. I mean, he was in his 60s, but still. And
It's just amazing though, all the different kinds of food.
oh yeah, well, like I said, I mean, my hometown. Hey Shell, hello, how you doing? Welcome, thanks for coming. We got German restaurants, we got Italian, we got all kinds of. Hey Dan, how you doing, man? We got all kinds of Asian restaurants, and like I said, you got. See, my hometown is probably about 70,000 people. Not very large, only about 70, maybe right around 70,000 people. I don't think that's counting the college, but the college is maybe 10,000 of that. But then you have the thing is, to get to a larger city than my hometown, you have to go. The closest is Indianapolis, and that's 70 miles away. That's the closest town to me that's larger than my hometown in any direction you want to go. So you got these people that live 40 miles away from Terre Haute that will come into Terre Haute to do their shopping and all the running around. So Terre Haute has a lot of businesses because they support all these people. So you got a very diverse restaurants and stuff like that, and shopping places because of how far away people come in to Terre Haute to shop. And but yeah, it's strange though. I mean, like at one time, I counted it up, and we had 12 different Asian restaurants.
Well, the restaurant business here in the United States right now, because of the lackluster economy, man, they're dropping like flies.
And Mac Daddy, Dan just said hi to you.
Hey Dan, how you doing? I can't see everything in the print because I'm on my cell phone.
But like I said, though, there's no way my hometown, if it was just the people that lived in my hometown, could support 12 different Asian restaurants. No way. There's not enough of us. But like I said, you go in any direction, 40 miles almost in any direction, those people are coming to Terre Haute to shop, to eat, those kind of things. So they're supported by a much larger population than what my hometown is. But like I said, your population of your town or your city determines a lot about what's available to you. The larger the city, the more you have available.
Oh yeah, I got to drive an hour to get anything.
Yeah. So
I got to go like to Altoona, and it's all too much.
Jerry, Dan changed his channel name to Dan and Minnie's Journey. No longer Philippines bound. But yeah, it's yeah. The Mike, I understand it. Mike says his Aswa, Aswa, or however you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Eats lots of food. She likes to try different foods. Her sister eats only Filipino food. Won't even try lamb. Her husband only eats fish or chicken. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't want to try anything new. Now I'll eat other stuff, but I'm not eating balut. You can't get me to eat balut. I'm sorry. I found out later it was pig's blood soup, but it wasn't that bad. I've eaten other stuff that I would normally think I would want to eat, but I tried it. I don't think I'd want to eat chicken feet because I don't know how that'd be a lot of chewing to get very little. And I just lost Ed for some reason. He's gone. So I don't know if he took himself down or if something else happened. And 9 tacos at a time. It depends on how big they are now, Mike. I understand. Like I said, Shell, I would probably try it, but I just don't know how much. That seems a lot of chewing to get very little meat off of it, I think. And if the meat comes off the foot and you're not eating on the foot, chewing on the foot to get it, that'd probably be a little bit better. It's like I try fish. I don't care for fish, but I've tried it. And so, like the fish I like is tuna. I've tried others. I like vegetables now, Mike. I'm sorry, I do like vegetables, and like I said, I like salads. So I do have a diverse appetite or diverse taste in food. Mike, it depends on the size of the tacos, whether I could eat 3 or more. I'm willing to bet I could eat 3, but I won't bet I could eat. I'd bet I probably couldn't eat 9. But if they're large enough, no, we're talking tacos, not burritos. I don't think I can eat 3 large burritos, so probably 1 or 2 of those. Depends on how large they are. Melanie, how you doing? Thank you for coming. A lot of people like pickled pig's feet. Now, I've never had it. I would probably be willing to try it, but I wouldn't buy it. I'm the kind of person. I like cooked vegetables as well. Oh yeah, a salad could be very good if it's made right. I mean, if you're just eating plain lettuce, it's okay. But when you add like tomatoes and carrots and let's say you can add eggs, you can add cheese, you can add if you want, you can even add meat and make a chef salad out of it. Shell, that you can get pickled pig's feet here in the States. So I know one of the things we call pork rinds. It's the pork, like the pork skins that you guys eat. We call it. They have a pork rind that's very similar that people like. And I've had pickled eggs. I've had pickled radishes too. If you've ever had pickled radishes, those are good. You would probably like that, Shell. But yeah, it's like I said, there's a lot of different types of food to, and like I like German potato salad. It's best when it's warm, where most potato salads is best when they're cold. I like German food. I like Japanese food. I like Chinese. I like many of the Filipino food I've had. Hey Tim, welcome, sir. Italian food, Mexican food. You know. So yeah, you're right, Mike. A lot of bars used to have pickled eggs. Yeah, you can buy pickled eggs right at the bar. They'd have a big old jar of them sitting there with eggs in there pickled. Yeah, Jerry. Pork rinds. It's just however you pronounce that. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. But yeah, they're very crispy. You buy a small bag of them. Sure. Melanie, all you got to do is type in 3 L's and that'll drop your link if you want, or you can drop it yourself. But just type 3 L's and my Nightbot will drop it for you. And so, yes, go right ahead, Melanie, drop your link. You're most welcome. But so, yeah, it's just all right, Dan. I'd stay away from that too. But yeah, I had a nice long weekend this weekend. I was off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, Thursday, I did a little bit, but not a lot of running. Now, Friday, I had to go downtown. I was going to do it on Thursday, decided not to. But I had to go downtown, Albany, to one of the state buildings to renew my guard card and change my mailing address because I knew they didn't have it. Because when your license is about to expire, 3 months before they expire, they send you a notice to remind you. I never got the notice. So I knew that that they didn't have my correct address. So I went in and paid for my new guard card. It doesn't cost a lot, but the state has you pay it. You have to go to 8-hour class every year, which because my company gives it, it's free for me to go to, but I don't get paid for it. So I went down, went up, signed in. You got to sign into the building when you get there. Tell them where you're going. Went to the right floor. Walked up to signed in up on the correct floor. Then I went to the window. They told me which window to go to. And I went right to the window. All right, Mike. But it was if I wasn't changing my mailing address, I'd have been in and out in less than 5 minutes. But I had to sit down, fill out the request to change the address, and get that turned in. And then I waited on the receipt and the copy of everything I did. So I was in there maybe 15 minutes. And he's Waka Waka. Wak Wak. He's a Wak Wak. Melanie, I hope you have a good birthday on the 10th. I'll try to remember to show up. I can't guarantee it. It's a little farther away. Yeah, Dan's California dreaming. So you already visited with your mom then? And now you're going up to where you used to live to visit with friends, I take it. Doesn't your mom live around LA or does she live in Sacramento, Dan? I thought she lived in LA. Tim, I enjoyed my time in San Diego when I was in the Navy there, but I wouldn't want to live there. Well, yeah, I know what a whack whack or however you pronounce that is. Did you ever watch the TV show Grimm? It was a TV show Grimm. Now Reggie Lee, he was a Filipino actor that was in the show, and one of the series they dealt with a whack whack or however you pronounce that, and that's the one where he went kind of nuts for a little while because he saw what he saw and he couldn't believe he was seeing it, and so he was having a hard time dealing with it because he did see. And but yeah, I really did like the show Grimm. It was I believe it was an NBC show. Yeah, we don't know what we're going to talk about. Yeah, she should be here. She may show up later. But no, that's one of the things about my live streams. We talk about a lot of different stuff. And Mike, you want to get yourself in trouble there, buddy. You're going to be getting some tempo. Tempo. You better watch yourself, boy. But yeah. And, hey, it could just be your girlfriend could be a witch at sometimes too, there, buddy. I can honestly say I've never been married, but I've had a couple girlfriends I thought were witches sometimes. What can one say? All right, Jerry, you take care, man. Well, hopefully we'll see you next week. So we got about 2 more weeks of this time frame, and then we'll be going here in the States. It'll be an hour earlier. It'll be the same time in the Philippines, but like I said, here it'll be a little earlier, and so we'll have to. Now, Tim, you know your girlfriend is a darling. She puts up with you. Get a good night's sleep, Jerry. But we also know any woman that can put up with me has to be an angel. And I got nose is starting to stuff up. But Jerry, I know you are, but I'm not. Actually, Jerry, what I'm really looking forward to is they pick them one time. I don't care which one it is. Pick one and stay with it. Let's quit changing the clocks twice a year. I'm so sick of that. I personally would prefer to be 12 hours behind the Philippines instead of 13, but I'll take 13 if they stay with it all year round. I don't like this changing of the clocks twice a year. It's just a pain in the backside. But so not next week, but the next week after will be the last time I'll be doing it at 8 o'clock my time. It'll always be 8 o'clock your time. But starting on the 10th your time, well, I'll be doing it on this at 7 on the 9th at my time. So well, Crystal, you enjoy yourself in town. Like I said, but yeah, we gotta. I hope you're having fun there in town. I mean, hey, it's Sunday morning. Hopefully, it's a gorgeous day in the Philippines right now. It was actually a nice day today here where I live. A little cooler than I like, but it wasn't bad at all. That's because the daytime high would have been a nice nighttime low. The last couple of nights, and they're calling for the same thing tonight. We've had frost. Oh, by the way, Crystal and all you everybody in the Philippines, when we get frost, that means it's down around 0 Celsius. If we're going to have frost, it's going to be that cold. It's going to be that almost that cold. So we're and that's one of the reasons why I didn't go out on Thursday. I was thinking about going out early, and I got up, I looked out, and the windows were solid frost. I wasn't going out there and scraping it, and too soon for me there, Tim. I have seen snow on Halloween. Okay, not necessarily here, but here in New York, I've seen it snow on Halloween and before. So yeah, it's getting close to time for snow. Although it's been too warm during the day that it wouldn't last long. The nice thing about where I live now, they get a lot less snow than we got where I lived up and around Rochester. They don't get near as much snow down here. Hey, Jay-Lynn, how you doing? Jay-Lynn, thank you for coming. And now, Melanie, if you want, you can drop your link more than once if you want, Melanie. Hello, Mr. Hunt. How you doing, sir? And Mike, if you want to drop your link, just type in LLL. We'll get your links dropped in here. Anybody that wants to drop their links, or you can drop it yourself. I'm lazy. That's why I put up a Nightbot. So here's my this is my Ninja channel. Don't let anybody sign up for me, but this is just to show you how it works. That's 3 L's, the small L's. It'll come up here in a moment. You just got to give it a second. There it is. So, like I said, don't bother subscribing, people. I don't put things up on that. That's my Ninja channel. So, like I said, you can do small L's or capital L's. It doesn't matter with mine. And Dan, I think it's Elvies that we're both sponsoring, if I remember right. No. That's not a beer. That's green tea. No, it's green tea. I don't drink by myself, Melanie. I haven't done that in many a year. But also, I don't drink and drive. I used to, but I quit doing that too. Good old Arby's. I went there and what was that? August. I was at an Arby's. My way back from Terre Haute. But yeah, I'll go to Arby's once in a while for lunch or a dinner. But no, Melanie, I like beer. I do, but I just don't drink by myself. I don't enjoy that. I enjoy having a beer, talking with other friends, shooting some pool. But I don't get behind the wheel, so there's no bar close to me that I can walk to. And I don't want to drink bad enough that I'm going to take a taxi or grab LV, 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 LV. Hello, LV. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. We were just talking about all kinds of stuff. We were talking about whack whacks. Yeah. We were talking about whack whack. WAK, WAK. Depending on how you pronounce it, I'm not sure. I had a roast beef sandwich yesterday, but it was from the grocery store. Yeah, we were talking about those. There's a TV show that quite a while back on NBC called Grimm. NBC's a national broadcasting company, and it's a TV, they had a show called Grimm, which, if you ever heard of the Brothers Grimms, it was loosely based on that, but it was modern day. And one of the characters, Sergeant Wu, I think was his name, Sergeant Wu, was a Filipino actor named Reggie Lee. And one of the episodes, they had a walk in it. And they showed the walk, the real long tongue, trying to eat the firstborn of Filipino. Supposedly was her son's child that she was, and Reggie's character, Sergeant Wu, saw it, and he knew what he was seeing, but he couldn't believe it. It sent him to a mental, put him in a mental state that was not very unstable mental state, and how they dealt with it, and whoops, let me get this. It was Sergeant Wu, and he was played by a Filipino actor, American actor, by the name of Reggie Lee. He's Filipino. I believe he's actually from the Philippines, but he's been in the States quite a while. He's an actor, and he's been in a few other shows, but this show was called Grimm. And the name of the show, like I said, was Grimm, was on NBC. And Sergeant Wu was the character he played. And like I said, they had one, and Grimm, they showed different types of monsters and legends, not just from the Philippines, but from, Grimm, the tales of Grimm were in German. The original tales were about German, like werewolves and stuff like that. And according to the Brothers Grimm, they are human during the day, but she turned into a walk at night. And like I said, it's based on the walk from the Philippines, but it's a little different from my understanding. But like I said, if you ever want to, you can go to the NBC's or the Peacock and look it up. I think it's still on there. You can go there and you can find Grimm, and that's the name of the show, Grimm. And there's like 6 seasons, and the 6th season is a short one, but it deals with different kind of Brubat, which is where the tales of werewolves come from. There's the different types of creatures and monsters and stuff like that. And each show normally was a different one. What was the Bad Santa's? I'm trying to think of what they called him. Started with a K, Crinkle or Crunkle or something like that. They dealt with that. There were some others, and some are dealt from South America, legends down there, the monsters down there, and some from other places. So, but yeah. But like I said, they dealt. That's the only one I know from the Philippines they dealt with was the Wak Wak, and but like I said, there were some from the South America. There's some from Europe. Like I said, Germany and some of the others. So they had a whole group of all right, sounds interesting there, Elvie. And all right, Elvie. If you say so. But yeah, so it's a very good program. I've watched it a couple times. I watched it when it was on from the very beginning till it ended, and I've watched it once or twice in full since then. Uh, and I'll probably watch it again sometime. I'll get bored and there won't be anything I want to watch, and I'll just, yeah, Mike. But I'll just binge watch it. That's what I usually do and that'll be during the summer sometime. Maybe not this summer, maybe the next one. During the summer when there's nothing but reruns on, I'll go back and pick out a show I haven't seen in a while, and just binge watch it. And me, I'm just a common old werewolf. Oh, we're all a little nutty. Oh, what happened there? That's been a while. Uh, Tim, you might have already left the States. Uh, how long have you been gone from this? How long have you been in the Philippines now, Tim? Because you might have already been gone. Uh, Let me see if I can find that out real quick. Yeah, Tim, just to let you know, it came out in 2011 and went off the air in 2017. But yeah, Tim, it came out, like I said, 2011 and then ended in 2017. So it's like 6 seasons. And so, yeah, so that's what I said, Tim. You might have already, you know, uh, gave up watching American TV by then. But yeah, I remember I was living in Rochester naturally back then, and a guy I was working with, he was a big sci-fi buff himself, like I am, and if one of us watched it and the other one didn't, we wouldn't tell the other one about it until we could watch it because we could watch it in rerun. But we'd always talk about it, like what you think, and so yeah, it was. Now what's Pogie, Crystal? What does that mean? Is that what Pogie means? Sexy? Oh, handsome. Okay. I thought that was guapo. Yeah, it's Mark is their vampire. Uh, you women, I don't know about y'all. This poor old werewolves were always left out. Vampires were always appreciated more. Okay, I'll have to remember that if I can. Guapo I'll remember, but I have to remember Hoagie is a street term, so I'll have to try to remember that. Okay. Well, Mike, we're finding out. I have to see if I can turn into a vampire. How about Interview with a Vampire? You ever see that movie? Well, Poogie is more for a little boy now. Okay. I don't think anybody would be calling me a Poogie. Doubt they'll ever call me Guapo either, but I'm not a little, I'm not a boy. All right. Well, he, as much as I hate to admit it, he is a nice looking man. But I prefer women myself. But yeah. I don't know that one. See, I never watched the movie Twilight. I was just never into it. Why can't I be a zombie? Oh man, I want to be a zombie. I can't be a vampire. Oh, do I look like death warmed over? Come on, look at me. Look how white I am. Now we got them talking about vampires. uh, yeah, Zombie Larry. Uh, uh, I wish somebody else would come up and help keep me entertained. But the chat's keeping me entertained here. Hope everybody's having a good time. And I don't see that. Okay. I can't be Pogie. Mike, that's for little boys. I'm not a little boy. I'm not growing my beard, Elby. I thought about it, but I shaved yesterday. I might be guapo, but I doubt it. What's plain? uh, uh, well, yeah, that used to be they don't eat the brains. Elby, are you going live? Are you live right now? Okay, then about the time you go live, I'll shut mine down unless somebody wants to come up and talk. All right, Mike, you take care. Tell your wife hi from the chat. I hope she's doing well. I know you're looking forward to February. I would be if I was you. And don't forget to inform her that you're a vampire. Well, I don't know. Like I said, Elvie, you know me, I enjoy having company up here, and I just don't have any right now. So I may go ahead and shut down and spend a quiet evening doing something else. I'm getting tired for some reason. I thought huh. So it doesn't show anything different. All right. You got that right, Mike. I don't want to be fighting with anybody with a bolo. No. Yeah, make sure she's single. Yeah, and I got certain things I don't want to be chop. No. And I want single, not separated. Yeah. Well, Mike, I'm willing to bet Mark has a bolo. Now, LV, you know you want one, but I'm the kind that I don't want a long distance. I've said that, and it's mainly because, like I said before, it could be a who knows how long it's going to be before I get to the Philippines, and I also want to know where I'm going to live first. There's areas I want to, like I said, I'm going to go to the right now. I want to go to Cebu first. Yeah, I believe it. That's more like a machete. And a bolo or a machete, either one will do you a whole lot of harm if they start swinging it at you. But like I said, it's I see nothing wrong with a long distance relationship if you've met and have spent time together. Bye, Mike. But when you haven't met, you haven't spent any time together. For me, it's kind of hard to make that commitment, especially when you don't know when it's going to end. Like I said, I know it's at least about 2 years. Going to be close to 2 years, unless something happens that could speed it up or slow it down. But the odds are to be slowed down more than sped up. But I could do it quicker if I really had to. You got that right, Joe. We don't mind getting chop. Yeah. Be a good boy now, Mike. No chops. Okay. Good to know, Mike. At least I know what I'm being attacked with. But so yeah. We got to look at the things that's coming. We got to decide what we want to do. I've already told all of you what I want to do. I want to go to the Philippines. I want to go there and live. I've told my family the same thing. So they know I'm not hiding anything from anybody. And I've also told people that I don't want to date anybody right now because unless they're willing to go to the Philippines, it makes no sense for me to date them because I'm not staying here for them. It's not going to happen. So why get involved with somebody? It doesn't make sense. To start something that you know that's not going to end the way they want or the way you want, one of you's going to have to give up something. And most women that I would date here in the States would have kids and grandkids. So unless they're actually from the Philippines, the odds are they wouldn't want to go to the Philippines because they wouldn't want to give up their family. Their kids or grandkids, especially their grandkids. So I'm not saying for them. So I stayed for my mother, and that's it. My sisters all know that I'm planning on leaving, and I love my sisters, but I can't live my life for my sisters. I got to search out my happiness, and I could move. I could live in the States on what I got coming in after I quit working. Notice I said live. I didn't say great life. I could have a decent life. Depends on where I move. There are places, like I was telling Ed earlier, there's places in the States, and my hometown happens to be one of them that I can afford to live in. There's some other places in my home state that I can afford to live in. Yeah, Shell, I want to enjoy my life. I don't like winter. The places that I can afford to live that are not don't have winter, at least the kind of winter I don't like, are areas that don't interest me. There's a couple of them that might be all right, but they get tornadoes, they get hurricanes too. Now you guys don't get tornadoes, but you get hurricanes. So if I got to deal with hurricanes, I'd just assume be in the Philippines because I'd be enjoying my life more in the Philippines than I would here in the States with the same amount of money. Like I said, I could live on my money in certain areas, but I'd have to worry about the cost of medical a lot more here in the States, so I'd have to be close to a VA. In the Philippines, I can afford the cost of medical a lot easier on what I got coming in. You're right, Shell. We should try to live happy. That's why I always say, and try to have fun. And, there are people who are workaholics and they'll work every day, and once they quit working, they'll die. I have no plans on doing that. I'm working longer than I want, but a lot of that is my fault. I didn't plan on living this long, to be perfectly honest. When I was younger, I didn't think I'd live to be this age. So I enjoyed my life on the front end, and now I had to pay all that off. Which, I like I said, I went to China on my own. Spent 3 weeks there. I had a great time. I've been to the three main cities to me, what the three main cities are in Canada. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Canada a few different times. I've been all over quite a few places in the States. I've been to Louisiana. I went to New Orleans. I've traveled to some other places. So I've done a lot of things. Been to a lot of places. But like I said, I wasn't saving money. I was spending it. And so, I enjoyed myself. So I don't begrudge myself doing that. And like I said, to be honest with you, I didn't think I'd live to be 70. I've already outlived both my brothers and my father. I mean, I never thought that would happen. I'm glad I have, don't get me wrong, but I just didn't plan on it. And so I spent money that I didn't have that I had to pay off eventually. When I finally got that paid off, hey, just got it paid off. Yeah. But like I said, I need the money to move to the Philippines. So I got to put some of the things I like on hold so I can afford to do that. I have a decent place to live. I could have a nicer place, but it would cost me more money. And I'd just as soon not spend the money on that. I got a nice car. I could have a bigger, nicer one, but there again, more money. I didn't want to do that. So what I want to do, like I said, I just did pay off my last revolving credit outside of my car. So the only things I got left now are my car and my living expenses. Setchbuchi, hello, how you doing? So now I start saving, like I said to Ed earlier. I got some dental work I want to get done. It's going to cost me some money. And after that, I'll start saving money back for to move to the Philippines. I have some nice furniture that I will sell before I move, and I'll sell my car, which I'll get some money out of that. But with selling those things, that should pay for my plane tickets to the Philippines. I'm not worried about the price of the plane ticket. I should have that covered by selling that stuff. I don't have a place to send a biolog, whatever you call it, a box, which I wouldn't mind having an address. So hopefully before I go, I'll have one, so I can maybe send my computer over along with the some other stuff that I'll want. But if I don't, I'll just have to replace it when I get over there. I hope that I get to see all of you there too. Right now, my first place to land, like I said, it's subject to change, but right now, the first place I want to go to is Cebu. Find a place to live there. And I know me, I'm going to be euphoric. In other words, I'm going to be really happy when I get to this Cebu. I'm going to really like it when I get there. I have lived in 4 states. I have visited probably, 20, maybe more states. I've been to 20 states or more. Like I said, I've been to Hawaii. I've been to Louisiana, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Arkansas, Kentucky, Tennessee. I've been to a lot of these different places. Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, Massachusetts, Vermont. So I've been to at least 20 different states, besides the 4 I lived in. And so I've been to almost half the states in the United States, maybe more. And Luzon's another place I will check out if I'm not totally happy with Cebu later on. Iloilo, Davao, maybe Leyte. Because what I want a place that I can afford, that it's comfortable to me, in a city that I like the people, that I find affordable, that I have more than enough money to pay my living expenses and be able to travel. Now, I'm not saying when I want to travel, I'm not saying I want to travel every week. I'm not saying I want to go to resorts all the time. I just want to be able to go out and do a few things. Maybe go to a local resort where I can go spend the day and not the night. Go to maybe some falls that are easy to get to. Oh yeah, I will spend some time in Luzon. I will spend some time in Manila. I already know I'm going to do that. Uh, that's even if I decide I want to stay in. Let's say I decide I want to live in Cebu after I get there, and I make the decision this is where I want to live. I'm still going to spend time in Manila. There's things I want to see in Manila. I still want to visit Leyte. So, like I said, there's a couple places I want to visit, whether I live there or not. And it's for the historical significance of those places. I want to visit Manila because I want to go to the American Cemetery, World War II Cemetery in Manila. I want to go see it. So that's historical significance to me. I want to go see to Leyte. I want to go see where MacArthur came ashore in Leyte when they returned to the Philippines during World War II. I'd like to see that site. And some of the other sites I just want to see because I've seen so many videos about them, like Dumaguete. I don't think I'd want to live in Dumaguete. Nothing against Dumaguete. It just, I'm not sure that's now live on that island close to Dumaguete. Yeah, that's a possibility. I really love the videos I've seen about Valencia. I love their Sunday market. I'd love to see that. So I will visit probably Dumaguete and go up to Valencia for a Sunday market just to do it. So like I said, there's some travel I'm going to want to do that's going to cost me some money, but this is not travel I can do every month. These are things I'll have to do, over time. So if I do get together with a woman, I want a woman who likes me. Hey, Danny, how you doing, man? I want a woman who likes to stay home, but yet also likes to travel. I want a woman who enjoys her family, but enjoys, like I said, going somewhere else once in a while. Because I don't want to travel by myself. All right. I will do it, but I mean, I don't want, if I'm with a woman, I don't want to travel by myself. But if she has a great job, I'm not going to have her quit. If she's got a job that's got a future that could, especially if she's quite a bit younger than me, I'm not looking for a younger relationship. But if she's got a job that's going to give her stability, if something happens to me, I want her to keep that. At least that's the way I think right now. I may change my mind when I get there. But if she's got a job that's not that great, and if she wants to quit and I can afford to take care of her without her working, then that's fine. But that's something that I have to be decided on how much I'm spending every month for how we live. So I can't say that for sure one way or the other. I mean, I know what I got coming in. I know what I'm willing to spend. And I know that should be more than enough to make it. But that may, like I said, may not be in the area that we decide to settle in. I mean, like let's say we decided Manila. Let's say we want to live in Manila, one of the more expensive parts. Now, it won't be BGC. It won't be Makati because that ain't happening. But let's say we live in one of the other areas. It's a little less money, but it's still a little more money. Not what I plan on spending. Maybe we can make it without her working. Maybe we can't. That's all right. We appreciate you coming. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go. If you want to come up, come on up. I'll always go longer if I got somebody to talk with. But like I was saying, a lot of this is going to depend on. Give me a second. Monday, we'll give you a jacket. We don't want you to be cold. So welcome. This is the first time you've been to one of my live streams. I don't know if you've ever watched anyone. Who muted you? Now Now, Bunny, if you got a channel and you want to drop your link, just type in 3 L's. And it doesn't matter if it's long or short. I mean, capital or small, 3 L's. And my Nightbot will drop your link if you don't know how to drop your own. I don't. So I always use a Nightbot if somebody's got one. I'm just not very computer savvy. Not a problem, Bunny. You come in, we'll give you a monitor. You can add your own link if you want. I don't mind. If you want to come up and talk, you're more than welcome to come up. The link's at the top of the page. Just hit on that. There you go. 3 L's there. And see, that's how it works. So, okay. But so, yeah, that just like I said, a lot of where you're going to live. Not a problem, Danny. Whether I tell you or not, when I'm doing a live stream, my Nightbot's always playing. So all you got to do is 3 L's. They can be capital L's or they can be small L's. It does not matter. And my Nightbot will drop your link for you. Like I said, I'm not real good at that stuff. So when I found out you can do that, and I had to pick out what to put down, I decided to 3 L's. My channel, Lazy Larry Lee, LLL. So that's all you got to put down, LLL. And it'll get your link up there. But yeah, and I'll tell you another thing is the cost of housing is going to be determine a lot of how much I have to spend. That's why I've looked at some places. Well, you tell Elvie hi. I don't know how much longer I'll be going, Shell, but I'm glad you stopped in. And go enjoy Elvie's live stream. She does a good live stream. And so take care, and we'll see you some other time, Shell. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your support. You too. Now keep safe. Try to have fun. So anyway, so like I said, all that comes into play. Some of these guys. All right, Crystal, you take care. I'm going to shut down here in just a little bit if everybody's starting to leave. We won't be going too much longer. Tell Elvie hi. I mean, I've been going almost 2 hours, so that's a good nice long time. Now, Danny, on the 9th of November, it'll be an hour earlier that I'll be starting because I want to keep the same start time for the Philippines, and we change our clocks on the 10th. And so I'll have to move it up an hour on the 9th, so it'll be the same time on the 10th for them. You know how that goes. I believe that's the way that'll work. But that will be I'll have 2 more live streams at this time. And we'll go as long as, like I said, just as long as everybody wants me to go. But looking forward to your next video there, Danny. And yeah, for some reason I'm tired. I don't know why. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to wrap this one up. Everybody seems to be going. I don't blame them. They're going to go over to Elvie's. She's so if you want to go over to Elvie Rose Inso, she has a live stream going. She just started a few minutes ago. So remember that. I want to remind everybody to be kind to each other. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Plus, try to have fun. All right, everyone. Take care. Bye.